Have you ever wondered how a trader finds a trading opportunity for the week when you have 28 currency pairs that could be opportunities? Well, I'm going to go through step by step what I do and steps I take in order to be able to filter out 28 currency pairs that you're left with only one currency pair that you need focusing on that week to make profits. We'll chat after this. Alrighty traders, well, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, depending of course where you are in the world. This is the Sunday special. What we do is we look at the charts, we break it down, we filter down 28 currency pairs, and we assess exactly which currency pair we should be focusing on this week, and what is our game plan. What are we going to do with that currency pair? So my name is Gary Fichardt. I am mostly known as the FX Big Dog online. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, you may want to go ahead and do this because we're going to send videos out every week as we break down the currency pairs of the week. Now, I'm going to look at a sort of a process. I'm going to go through a process and we're going to break down exactly what we do in order to be able to filter out which currency pairs to pay attention to for that week that's going to give us the highest probability. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and use some sort of filter. Something that can help us to define directional bias without going ahead and looking at all 28 currency pairs. Now, what I do is I use what we call a currency strength dashboard. Now, currency strength dashboard, actually what it does is it measures out how the currencies are weighed against each other based on strength and weakness. And then what it does is it identifies which pairs are the strongest for the week, which pairs are the weakest for the week, and in that category. Now check this out. So in this graph right here, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, the strongest pair for us this week is sitting up with the New Zealand dollar. So the New Zealand dollar seems to be strong. Now what does that mean? It means that over the last couple of weeks, we've had a good move in the New Zealand dollar, and which now is expected to see stronger dollar. A stronger New Zealand dollar. Now I'm going to explain that in a moment. The next thing we have right here is we're looking for the weakest currency. That's it's going to be the Swiss franc. We've got Swiss franc, and then we've got euros the next weakest, and then Canadian the next weakest. Now, through all of that, you can see right here I have a list of currency pairs. And through the list of currency pairs, we're now going to filter through them by looking at some technical analysis that's going to help us define which is a good opportunity trade. I want to go ahead and make sure that you understand something. So let me go into my charts right here, and I want to explain something as I go into this. It's very important that you understand. If we look at the first currency pair right here, the first currency pair is the Aussie Swiss franc. It's telling us that we should be looking in a bullish direction. Now, the first thing I look over here on the Aussie Swiss, I agree with the directional bias. Yes, we're going to be bullish. But what I also notice right here is that we do have resistance coming off this level right here. And the market's trading very close to that resistance. And because we have resistance sitting at that level right here, it makes me believe that the market's going to struggle to break through that, which means we could have a push, a pullback, and then a breakthrough. All right? So I do believe we could see the market go higher. But now also keeping in mind that we could also see price doing the following, where it actually breaks through this level, then comes back down, and then trades up north. So if I look at the first currency pair on the list right here, Aussie Swiss, right? The Aussie Swiss is now looking, and if we now look at this, the Aussie Swiss looks like a bullish opportunity, but the question is, when do I get in? Well, if we see a pullback, I'm interested in buying on the pullback. If I see a break of this level of 67.39, I'm interested in trading that as well. So what I'm going to do is, before I go into the smaller time frames and actually break it down into currency pairs or strategies based on the currency pair itself, let's go through the rest of the filtered pairs that we've now used on the currency strength dashboard. So let's go back to the currency strength dashboard. So if you look at the currency strength dashboard right here, you'll notice that we have the list of pairs listed here on the right hand side. And so this has been filtered out. It's been filtered out based on strong and weak traded against each other. All right. So we've got the weak and the strong traded against each other, which gives us the directional bias we're looking for. And out of the 28 currency pairs, we filtered it down to these 6 pairs right here. Now already we've established that the Aussie Swiss is an opportunity. Let's go to the Euro Aussie dollar right here. It says Euro Aussie dollar, we should be selling Euro Aussie dollar. Let me go to Euro Aussie dollar. And Euro Aussie dollar says I'll be selling. I'm also very much interested in selling Euro Aussie dollar. The thing with Euro Aussie dollar right here is it may not be a position to sell right now because price may go up first, then come back down. So which means that in the course of this week, we may start seeing some upside rally as it comes back to resistance and then go ahead and work its way back down. Now, I could go down to a 15-minute time frame and I can go down to a 1-hour time frame and look for a trading opportunity depending on how aggressive or conservative I want to be on the trade. We'll talk about it right after we've gone through all the pairs, right? So let's go to the next pair. So if I look over here on the Aussie, the Euro Aussie right here, we have established that yes, we may look for an opportunity as price rallies. Now let's go to the next one, which is Euro New Zealand dollar, right? So Euro New Zealand dollar is set up for, let's take a look here on the right hand side. It says that we should be selling Euro New Zealand dollar. And so if I look over here, it looks like we may also expect a rally. In fact, if I go ahead and put some more trend lines on here, I might see the market come back and retest the backside of this trend line and then want to go back south. So yes, once again, a rally, then a dip to the downside. Okay, so we know where we're expecting the rally to be, and so we know where we're going to start looking to sell. Okay, as price goes back up. So again, this is definitely in line with what the dashboard is telling us. The directional bias is absolutely key and spot on right here. Now the next one is going to be New Zealand. Let's go to New Zealand CAD. So New Zealand CAD, let me just put that in, New Zealand CAD right here. Alright, so the New Zealand CAD right here says that I should be looking for a buy opportunity. What I like about the New Zealand CAD already is that we've pulled from the highs up here, we've dropped back down here, so it looks like it's come back down to support already, which is almost on its way to go back up north. This is the first currency pair that I've seen that's actually told me we're right now in a good position to start buying already. So if that's going to be the case, I'm going to go quickly down to a lower time frame and take a quick look at that. Well, look at this. We can see at the start of this week, we've already had a downside move, then a big bullish move to the upside. And so we've already got a signal right here that we should be looking to buy. In fact, our buy signal on this is right here. All right, that's where we should be buying. And the buy signal is right at 88.08. Okay, no, 88.00. So 8,800 is the number that we should be buying in, which price is just slightly below that right now, if not at that number. So we're really getting a signal right now to start buying in. Now let me go ahead and say this. Okay, there's different types of strategies that you can trade. What I'm looking at is right now is how can I start positioning myself at this early start of the week and maybe even do a cost averaging approach, which means that as the market moves down, okay, I'm going to add on new positions, but I'm always looking for the market to continue to move back up north. So what I want to do is I want to get in the market, put in some there. Always keep yourself open for additional orders, additional add-on positions, right? So buying power is always important as we get into these trades. So what I want to do here is I want to get in, I want to get into this trade. I want to start putting my stop losses at the places where I know that the market may be far away, or the stop loss will be far away, in order to give price a little bit of breathing space so that I don't get stopped out quickly. So you can put tight stops, but it's always going to be open for for a bit of manipulation of the market. So I don't want to put my stop losses too tight. I want to keep them far enough away, but allow myself to add on new positions. So give myself enough buying power to be able to get back into the positions if we do get additional entries to enter the market. So what I'm going to do here is, this is a good place to start entering right now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play a weekly trading opportunity. I'm going to take the ATR, which is the average true range of the week, and I'm going to use that to place my stop loss on. So let's go back to the chart right here. So if you take a look at this right here, on the New Zealand Canadian dollar, we have a ATR distance, or a daily ATR of 61. And so with the daily ATR of 61, my stop loss is going to be 61 pips from my entry. So if I'm going to enter, and let's go ahead and do it right now. Before I do, I want to just take a look and see what the 1 hour does here. Okay, the 1 hour has given us a signal here. So 15 minutes is going to be a little more aggressive, so I'm going to stay with the 15-minute time frame. All right. So with the 15-minute right here, I'm going to enter the market. I'm going to place an order right here. So I'm going to buy, place in, and I'm going to place a stop loss. And the stop loss is going to be placed 61 pips from where the market's at. 61 pips. All right, there it is there. 61 pips. So 61 pips is going to put my stop loss right here at 87.39. Now I'm going to enter this trade because this is where I want to go in. I'm not going to put I am going to put a limit in. And my limit's going to be 3 times that distance. All right. Now, we could put in a more conservative target, which could be 2 times the distance. And so let's do that for this example right here. We're going to go with twice the distance. So we're going to look at it about 122 pips to the upside. So our stop loss is going to be 61. Our profit target is going to be 122. That's a 1-to-2 risk-reward ratio. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and place this in as, I'm just going to give it a name here. This is an M15 trade right here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and place that order, and I am now in the market. I do have my stop loss at the 61 pip stop, and I do have my target all the way up here at my 122 pip target. Right, now, is this going to be the only trade I place? No, it's not. I'm going to be able to enter into this market multiple times. So this is not the only place that I'll enter. I will enter the market multiple places if I get new signals. So if I get new signals, I will enter the market with exactly the same risk-reward ratio, 1-to-2. Now, if I get stopped out twice, my next risk-reward ratio, which is my third trade, will actually be 1-to-3. So I'm going to increase that. Now, if you want to be able to find out a little bit more about the trades that I do and follow me along the way, check out in the description. You'll see my Telegram account. All right, it's available. Just go ahead and add yourself to the Telegram account. And then what I will be doing is I will be sending you messages throughout the week of exactly what I'm doing on that New Zealand Canadian trade. So as I go ahead and enter new positions or I look at new signals, I'll go ahead and let you know exactly what that is. So pay attention to my Telegram. It's in the description. Check it out. Now, that's not the only currency pair, right? It's not the only currency pair that is available this week. We did speak about the other pairs, and let's go back to the actual dashboard right here. We said that the Aussie Swiss, okay, is possibly going to be in a correction move before it goes bullish. So we could see some downside move in Aussie Swiss before we see an opportunity. I will be also sending some information on that trade this week. Euro Aussie dollar, same thing. Euro New Zealand dollar, same thing. Looking for a correction before the market moves back. Remember, the New Zealand Euro New Zealand dollar could retrace back up to that trend line, right? We spoke about that trend line, and if you go back to the chart right here, and we go back to Euro New Zealand dollar right here, you'll see on the daily time frame, we're looking for price to move back to that trend line and then sell. Now, this is going to be how many moves? It's going to be a 73 pip opportunity. Now, what does that mean? All right, now this is where it's really important for you to understand what I'm going to say right now. When we're looking at the Euro New Zealand dollar and we're anticipating a 73 pip move to go bullish first before we go bearish, what does that open? What type of opportunities does that open for those short-term traders, those scalpers in the market? Well, you can go ahead and scalp any signal going bullish towards that, and then at that point when it gets up to resistance, then go ahead and start looking to sell the market back down south and look for your profit targets on that. So let me show you how that's going to play out, right? So if we go over here, once again, I'm going to go down to my lower time frame, and I'm going to look for opportunity. Now, right here on the 1 hour, on the 50 minute, I don't see a buy opportunity yet, but here is a 1 hour right here. Now, check this out. The signal on the 1 hour was right here. Okay, that was right here. And we may have just about missed it at the open here on Sunday. But it would have been right there. Now, if that was the signal to go ahead and buy long, Actually, my bad. The signal was actually here. All right, so it was much further out. In fact, we may have missed this out. Let me see here. From that entry right here, that was about 17 pips. The market moved about 53 pips already, so we probably would not have traded there. Okay, so let's be fair on this and say, nope, no trade opportunity yet on this. I'm going to stick to the 50-minute time frame. No trading. Now, if I look at this chart right here, and I look at the swing going up from the low to the high right here, check out this. If price drops back down to this level, and I want you to write this down, 67.48, so 1.6748. If the market does not manage during the Asian session, if it does not manage to go up above, okay, and stay above, but if we do see price come back down again, and it goes ahead and takes out the lows down here, we'll be looking to buy back around about here. So if I get a buy signal right about here, that's going to be my opportunity to go ahead and buy long for a short-term opportunity. Only short-term. Remember, this is going to be 73 pips. We're looking for the market to go up 73 pips before it finds resistance. Let's find that resistance level again. We're looking at around about, let's see here. If you want to write down the price, we can see price can go all the way up to about 68.50. All right, so 68.50, that's the number, 68.50. So if we go back here to this, 68.50, take a look right here. Can you see where the 1.618 is right here? What number is that? 68.47. So this is where we're expecting the market to at least rally to. And so I would not do anything with the Euro, New Zealand dollar if we're at that point in regards to buying. I would not be buying. But if we do see price drop back down to this level down here, then it's going to be an opportunity for us to go ahead and buy. Okay? You're starting to get it. All right? So this will be an opportunity for us to go ahead and buy, going back up to this level, and that'll give us an opportunity from there to there. Will give us about a 99 pip opportunity. So any pullback will offer us a new buying opportunity. All right? So we'll keep an eye open for that. Now, let's go to the Euro Aussie dollar right here, because it's the same thing. Euro Aussie dollar. All right, go to Euro Aussie dollar right here. Now, Euro Aussie dollar. What did we say we want to do on Euro Aussie dollar? Well, the first thing, without even looking at the chart, just take a look at the dashboard on the right hand side here. The dashboard says that Euro New Zealand dollar, or Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie is a sell opportunity. Now, when it says it's a sell opportunity right here, it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to sell straight away, because we have to go back to the technicals and see if the market's at resistance, support, or we're looking for correction moves, right? And so we have to understand that, because without understanding that, then we're just going into the market blindly. But we want to be a little more aware of what's going on in the market so we can feel more comfortable knowing that if we do enter on a trade, is that we've got the highest probability of success, right? I mean, we're not saying we're always going to succeed in trading, but at least we want to have the highest probability so that when we do invest our money in a position, we know that we've given ourselves the best opportunity to make money on that trade. So going back to the charts right now, okay? If we look at the charts right here, we notice that, yes, the market is absolutely looking to head back down south right here over the long term. But there is going to be a wave in the market. The market's going to wave up, then want to come back down. And when it goes back up, that's where you hear the saying, sell high, and then, of course, buy low in a downtrend. And in this case now, we're looking for price to go up so we can sell high right here and then buy back down lower right down here. So as we go back to the Euro Aussie dollar right here, I'd be looking for a retracement move. Now, at the moment right now, on the 50-minute time frame, I don't have any signal yet. There is no signal right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to wait it out. And if we do get a signal on the 1 hour time frame, or sorry, in this case, the other 15, let me see what the 1 hour looks like. Yep, it'll have to be the 15. So if I get a signal on the 15-minute time frame to sell, I'm going to go ahead and start selling. And I'm going to use a 1-2-2 risk reward on that. Once again, traders, if you want to get a little bit more information on this, make sure you check out my check out my description, or check out the description below the video. And in the description below the video, you'll see a link to my Telegram account. All right, it's called the FX Big Dog Trading Channel. Check it out. I'll be updating you as we go along the way this week. All right, so I'll be updating with some content, with some details. Check it out. And once again, traders, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and subscribe, because we will be posting videos like this continuously each and every week. But also, more importantly, make sure you smash the like button too. In order for me to get the video out there, the algorithm requires a lot of likes. So you helping me to get the video out, and I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. So go ahead and do that. Smash the like button. And good luck for this weekend, weeks of trading. We'll see how the market plays out. We'll update you as we go along the way. But keep out, keep a lookout for any more videos that I go ahead and post out this week. All right. So with that being done, I'm going to go back to the pool and chill out for the rest of the weekend, and see if we can enjoy the start of the week as we head into Monday. All right. Have a great week of trading. This is FX Big Dog signing off.